Welcome back to our Rise Prime Time, where we offer perspectives on the news and talking points of the day. I'm Sumner Sambo. And we'll now move on to the governing APC. Presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has promised youths that he will not disappoint them if he claims victory. If he gains victory on February 25, during the presidential election. Tinubu is promising to tackle youth unemployment by creating a thriving digital economy where those interested in pursuing careers in ICT will be able to do so. He says he has been deliberate in surrounding himself with brilliant youths because he believes in a democracy of ideas, teamwork, and collaboration. Tinubu's message to the youths comes as the party intensifies its efforts in retaining power in 2023. Well, for more on this, I'm now being joined in the studio by Realwan Okpanachi, who is a legal practitioner, public affairs analyst, and the Director General of the Asiwaju Project Beyond 2023. Thanks so much, Realwan, for joining us. We know we had to rush you down here because of all your activities. But just talk to us about what Bola Tinubu is offering the Nigerian youth. And of course, you must have listened to what former President Olusegun Obasanjo has said. He's asking young people to take back their country.
Yes, thank you very much. Let me start with what the Asiwaju promised Nigerian youth. Asiwaju, if you look at his policy document and what he has been saying over the years, everything is all about the Nigerian youth. And he demonstrated this as governor of Lagos State, where people in their early 30s were made commissioners and groomed to become national leaders. Today you can still talk of Senator Muslim Baninkoro. Even the voice that I discussed with him as regards the youthful state of their cabinet when he was a commissioner in Lagos State. And as well, this story is saying that in his own government, the youth are not just going to be regarded or treated as leaders of tomorrow, but they will be builders of today. They have to be involved in the building of a nation that they intend to lead tomorrow. It therefore means the youth are going to play a very strategic role in Asiwaju's government in this after 2023 election. And everything Asiwaju is talking about, he's talking about digital economy, he's talking about ICT, he's talking about everything he's talking about is all about the youth. You cannot have digital economy without the youth involvement. You cannot talk about ICT without the youth involvement. You cannot talk about, it's talking about recruiting young Nigerians to fight the insecurity. It's still about the youth. So Asiwaju's policy documents and government is going to revolve around the youth. Because Asiwaju as a person, long before now, understands the fact that youth is the potent weapon, potent instrument that you can use to fight insecurity, to develop a nation, to develop economy, and that is what he's doing. You can see the event that took place today.
Yeah, the town hall meeting with young people.
Is one of these events that are lined up, or engagements that are lined up for Asiwaju with the Nigerian youth. This is just the beginning. He has been doing all that, but today's one is just the beginning. He's going to do more because there's no way you are coming to build a nation for the youth without engaging the youth as to their own perspective regarding your
sorry to just chip it in here that when you look at people, the key followers of Asiwaju, where he's going around and so on, you don't really see so much of young people. You see the likes of Ganduje and Oshomole and all of that. These are very, very elderly people. Why don't we have, apart from Tinubu's direct son and there may be a sprinkle of young people, there are so many elderly people around Tinubu more than young people. What do you make of that?
I think you are not following, Asiwaju. I'm a young Nigerian. There are so many young Nigerians that are involved. You are just looking at the people at the forefront. But the engine room of Asiwaju's campaign is the youth. The engine room of whatever you are seeing on the outside is the youth that are controlling, is the youth that are regulating. So what you are seeing on the outside is not, all everything. The most important thing is that the people that are controlling and regulating and projecting whatever that you are seeing outside is the youth.
And then under this government, you've had more people, not losing their jobs. And then, of course, more people have become poorer, with statistics saying 133 million people are poor across the country. And majority of these people are young people. Many people are leaving the country because of hopelessness, in quote, and all of that. What do you say about this? And this may have made Olusegun Obasanjo, former president, to actually write that letter, to pen it in such a way as to, stoke the emotions of young people to asking them to go and take their country, because the governance indices of the country seem to be going down under the APC-led federal government. What do you make of that?
You see, we shouldn't isolate ourselves when we are discussing the issue of economy. This thing is global. It's happening everywhere. People are leaving their countries for greener pasture in different countries. It's not peculiar to Nigeria. And the former president calling on Nigeria youth to take their country. We are Nigerian youth. We are ready to take our country for people like him.
And what do you mean
by
that?
Problems, of course, the problems we are facing today, the fact that there are no jobs, the fact that Dunlop, or so many companies that were in existence, Telstar companies that were in existence, Nigeria Airways, and so many companies that were in existence that were grounded under his government, that have gone into extinction, that have relocated to Nigeria. These are the foundations of the problem we are facing today. So it is the seed of what was planted under his government that this government and the governments before now, have been facing and trying to manage. So we are ready to take Nigeria from people like him. And as well as the right person to lead the charge, to lead the movement.
Yeah, but in the last 7.5 years, what has the APC done for young people that want to boost their confidence, to want to go out there and vote for the APC?
The APC has done a lot. No government in the history of this nation has invested the amount of money APC has invested in terms of youth involvement and youth, better life for the youth. Look at Empower.
A lot of people would dispute that with you, that even the PDP government had done that,
look at the
bringing
Empower.
you win and all of that, which the APC copied.
That cannot be compared to what we have now. Feeding the young Nigerians, providing a job for young Nigerians. Empower, the testimony about Empower is unprecedented. And the testimonies are coming from both PDP and APC member, and even the Labour Party
But those are short-term jobs, not long-term jobs. And a lot of people, after they just go through the Empower, at the end of the day, they become jobless again.
A lot of jobs have been created. It is under this government that Train 7. If you go there, you see what is going on.
As of the end,
many youths have been engaged. The PIB that was passed last year, before the PIB was passed, you could see that there was no investment in the oil and gas sector. The rigs that were in Nigeria were dwindling. But the moment the PIB was passed and assented by the president, that sector has been opened up. A lot of jobs have been created in that industry. And it is the youth that are being engaged.
As we try to round off this conversation very quickly, why should Nigerians vote for the APC again in the midst of these accusations that the economy is going down, that insecurity is, a very huge challenge, and all of that?
Well, APC, people should vote for APC because APC is better than all other political parties put together.
In what
because
ways?
APC has been able to, lead Nigeria effectively and effectually. You can talk about the insecurity. The insecurity does not start with this government. This government has done a lot. There are so many areas that were characterized by insecurity, the Niger Delta, the Southwest, and other parts of Nigeria. Even before the coming of this government, over 70 local governments were under the control of the bandits and the Boko Haram. Today, that is not the case. So this government, before this government came into being, Abuja was constantly under threat. Kanu and so many parts of Nigeria were under threat. But this government has been able to restrict the bandits, restrict the Boko Haram to the fringes.
And you're confident that because of that, the APC will win the 2022
Of course, APC will win the election. One, because of the tremendous goodwill, political goodwill and national acceptance of Asuwaju, and the goodwill of the president, and the fact that Nigerians for the first time have been able to see where their money works. Look at the railway industry.
Right.
Look at the railway we have in this country, the road infrastructure. and other infrastructures and
All
housing
right.
sector.
Well,
No government has
Realwan
done what APC
Okpanachi
has
is the
done.
Director General of the Ashwaju project beyond 2023. That means you're already thinking of even a second term for an Ashwaju if he wins.
No, 2023 is all about.
Well,
It's all
that's
about
been too optimistic.
2020,
But,
Ashwaju project beyond 2023.
Okay, well,
it's
most
all
thank
about
you
the
so
fact
much,
that as we are not just involved for 2023, but we're involved to ensure that there is good governance even after 2023.
All right, Realwan Okpanachi, we must go right now. Most thank you for joining us. Well, that has been for this edition of Arise Primetime. Do join us again next week. From me and the entire team here in Abuja. Goodbye and thank you for watching. I'm Samna Sambu.